Hey guys, Justin here with JHart Modelworks. So a few weeks ago, Jason from Blue Ox Models posted a community question. I kind of answered him in his comment section, but I wanted to do a video on it. Just with everything going on, I haven't. That's Jason right there, if you don't know. In fact, that is the video, so I will put a link to that video down in the description. But Jason was asking, and I'm kind of trying to paraphrase it and answer with my understanding of the question. But what he was generally getting to is it wrong to worry about whether or not your models are good enough to take to a show? And if it's wrong, how do you get out of that mindset? Before I answer the question directly, which I probably won't do correctly anyhow, but before I give my answer to this question, I should probably start by explaining my opinion on shows and where I come from and where I stand in the go to shows or not shows scenario so you understand where I'm coming from. I am technically a part of the You Build For You group. I do not specifically build models to go to shows with. That being said, I do go to shows and I take my models with me. I'm not going to say that I'm not there to compete because no one wants to go to a show and not win, you know? But when I'm there, my main purpose isn't to win awards. My purpose is to go hang out with people. I don't get out of the house much. I work 50 hours a week. When I'm going into the office, I'm commuting 3 to 4 hours a day back and forth, so I don't get a whole lot of time. And on the weekends, you know, everything's busy, so I don't interact with a lot of people. Most of my interaction is online. A lot of it is with you guys. So I go to shows to see people, to hang out with people. When I go to a show, of course, I'm entering the competitions, but personally, I'm not competing against, you know, Diedrich Brady or Gary Curry or, you know, Keith Rule or David Auth or, you know, Wes Salazar, any of these magnificent builders, like fantastic guys out there. My main intention is to show people what I'm building and let other people see it and kind of talk and socialize and hang out and, you know, share tips and stuff like that. But at the same time, I do take and enter into the contests. So that is my position on shows. So that's where I'm coming from with my mindset. If you are specifically building for the purpose of going to shows and competing in the contest and winning awards, then yes, you absolutely should be worried about whether or not my build is good enough to show. You want to make sure you're dotting all your I's, crossing all your T's, sanding every, you know, mold line, filling every ejector pin mark. Your paint needs to be absolutely perfect, or as perfect as you can get it, that sort of thing. I know guys who specifically build to go to shows. I build because I love building, and my biggest competition is my last build. I have a mindset and a personality that I'm driven to do better than what I did. I'm constantly trying to learn something. I'm constantly trying to do something different or new. And I'm constantly trying to build to the best of my ability. But at the end of the day, I'm building things to put them on my shelf, or they're going to sit inside of a glass box and gather dust. But that's neither here nor there. So if you are specifically, if that is your focus, then yeah, you absolutely should be worried about, is this good enough? If I made a major mistake, is it okay? That being said, you, other than making sure that you've covered all your basics and that you've done the best that you can, you honestly can't tell whether or not a model will do well in a show or not. You just can't. MCMA Showdown 2023, I believe. May have been 2024. Yeah, it was 2024. I took this Alpine A110. I've got the engine cover off because it falls off. But I took this car to that show. I entered it into the exotics section, and it was honestly just there because I'd never shown it to anyone before, and I just wanted to throw it on the table and let people see it. I did not expect this was ever going to win an award at all. I was like, okay, whatever. It's just another A110, but there is on this model. I'm trying to get it where you can see it, but come on, camera. All right, so there is a section right there where you can see the paint bled under the masking tape, so that's not a super clean line. This car is by no means perfect. There's like just some homemade decals that are not flawless right here on the side. I masked off my own stripes. The side stripes I couldn't really mask off, so I did DIY decal paper. I mean, it's not a bad build, but it's definitely not what I would consider, if I were building specifically for shows, it is not what I would consider show quality, especially given that paint bleed onto that stripe. That is a major flaw. This car took first place in foreign and exotic at Showdown. Another example of that is the Ferrari 360 Spider. I didn't build that car to go to shows. I never even considered whether or not I was taking it to a show. Of course, I was going to take it to shows because I like to show whatever I'm currently building, whatever my newest stuff is. But I wasn't thinking, I never once thought about whether or not I was going to take that car to a show. I don't think that car has entered a show and not taken hardware home. I didn't, I wasn't trying to build a magnificent model. I was experimenting using a Cricut cutter to make paint masks. And B, I wanted to build a Ferrari because I love Ferraris, I love exotic cars, and I was sick and tired of building muscle. I build a lot of muscle. I build it specifically for the channel. I don't dislike muscle cars, but they're not my absolute favorites. I love muscle cars because there's so much you can do to them. There's so much detail you can add. There's so much you can put into them. The engine bays have a ton of work to them. But as far as cars that I absolutely love, I love European exotic cars. The older the better. You're going to see some of those coming up because I'm going to start building some of those more often because I want to build for me. But yeah, I never thought about whether that car was going to do well. I just threw it on the table, and judges loved that car. For me, it was just a fun build. I was experimenting with the masking using a Cricut cutter. I was experimenting with using magnets and 3D modeling, pushing my 3D modeling limits for that body kit. And, I wanted to make it a manual and things like that. I was just having fun with it and building a fun car, and it's done really well. On the other hand, the GMA T50 from Tamiya. It's a beautiful car. I was experimenting with that too. I was teaching myself how to use, or not how to use, but how to paint forged carbon fiber because I was sick and tired of waiting on Scale Motorsports, who had been promising it was coming out for over a year. I was sick and tired of waiting, so I just taught myself to paint it. And I think it looks fantastic. The paint on that car, in my opinion, looks really good. The car itself screams for attention. People at shows like it. They look at it. Car's never once taken an award. I don't think that car's even been in consideration for an award. It just doesn't do well at shows. And it's been to like 6 or 7, I think, at least. All the way through that build, I was thinking, oh, this is going to do so well at shows. This is going to be fantastic. The color's going to absolutely scream at the judges. This carbon fiber work I'm doing is off the charts. It's going to be fantastic. Like, no one's done this. JW Designs. Somebody else does the forged carbon, the hand-painted forged carbon. I think they only do like 1 or 2 colors, and I do like 4. But honestly, I was like, this is going to do so great at shows, and it never has. So you can't tell how a car is going to do, to be honest with you. All you can really do is do the best that you can on the car. And if you are specifically building to enter shows and you know something's wrong, then you need to go fix it. If you want a good result, that's what you've got to do. I do not, however, think that it is bad to worry about whether your car is good enough for shows. Like I said, if you're specifically building for shows, you should absolutely keep that in mind. As far as if it's okay to take to a show, in my opinion, you should not worry about if a car is good enough. And the way you get yourself out of that is to start taking cars that you don't think are good enough. I mean, that's just what I've started doing. On these last few shows that I've been to, probably since 2024, I have intentionally started taking cars to shows that honestly, one, I don't think are fantastic builds. I'm happy with them. I'm happy with all of my builds, but I don't think they're like necessarily show worthy. That Alpine A110 I did not think was show worthy. The Miura is cool, but I don't really personally think the Lamborghini Miura is quote unquote show worthy. I've taken it to some shows. I did a buddy build with Sean from the Scale Model Car Guide channel. We did Porsche 356s, and I did a convertible. I added a custom wide body kit to it. I love that car. It's not, in my opinion, that car was not show worthy. It's gone to some shows. It may or may not have actually taken some hardware at one. I can't remember. But, I've started taking cars that just I don't think are going to do well competition-wise, but I want to show my work to people. I want people to see some of the stuff that I've done, and it's stuff that no one's going to see because no one comes to my house. It's just, and my house is not really ready for guests. My wife would lose her mind if people showed up at my house. But, no one's coming to look at my shelf but me. So when I go to shows, I've started making myself take things that I don't think are competition worthy, but I take them anyhow to make myself, open my mind a little bit more towards that. Worst case scenario is no one's really going to pay that much attention to it. No one's really going to look at it, and you're just going to box it back up and bring it home. Unless you're going to shows with a bunch of jerks, no one's going to come up to you and be like, dude, that's the dumbest looking build I've ever seen. That looks so bad. No, who does that? I'm sure there's somebody out there who does that, but seriously, do you really care about their opinion? I don't. Now, on to another aspect of this question is, focusing on whether or not a build is good enough to take to a show. Personally, I started doing that. I started looking at things and saying, well, that's not good enough to take to a show. It's just going to be a shelf queen. The Lamborghini Silhouette's got some issues with it. Whatever. It's not going to go to a show, really. It's not going to be that good. It's just going to sit on my shelf. Whatever. The Pantera is the same way. There's issues with it. There's a few cars that I was building around that time period where I started getting into that mindset of looking at builds while I was building them and going, oh, that happened. I guess it's just going to be a shelf queen. It's not going to be good enough to go to a show. And I started finding that once something happened to my build that made it not good enough to go to a show, I lost interest in the build. I stopped enjoying the build. Some of those cars I just tried to finish for the sake of finishing. And I don't like that. I don't like the fact that I started out with all excited for a build, and then just because something went slightly wrong, whatever, let's just finish this and get it off the bench. That bothered me, and so I had to stop. That's another reason why I stopped worrying about whether or not something's good enough for the build, and I started taking things anyhow. I started taking things, and I'm telling myself that this is just going to be a shelf. It's just going to be a shelf queen. To make myself stop doing that. There's a YouTuber out there, I'm not going to say his name, but he frustrates the absolute crap out of me. When I first started watching YouTube to learn how to build, this dude prides himself on being a competition model builder. And he would start projects. Like he started a video on doing a 4-link suspension from scratch. he got one, maybe 2 episodes in, something didn't go the way he wants it, and you never heard about that project again. He did a Ferrari, I want to say it was like a 512 Berlinetta Boxer, one of those old 80s style Ferraris, 80s, early 90s style Ferraris. Kind of looked like the Magnum PI, but not. And I was invested in this. And he got 2-3 episodes in, something didn't happen, and the next thing you know, he's got a video on something else. And he never came back to it. And that frustrated the crap out of me because I was invested in watching this. I was watching every week. He would put up a video and I would start watching it, and then so yeah, that whole, oh, this isn't good enough for a model build, so I'm just gonna stop, or I'm not gonna finish it. I didn't want to do that to anyone else. I didn't want to do that to my viewers. You guys are, I'm trying not to do as many build videos, so I'm trying to get more bench time for me and less editing time. But when I do a build series video, I don't want to start mailing it in halfway through the series because I don't think it's going to be good enough for a show. And you guys are sitting here like, okay, this started out really cool. What happened? But yeah, I've rambled for far too long. There's like 18 minutes. This will probably get cut down, hopefully to around 15, but whatever. That is my ramble for this topic. So, Jason, my opinion is you're a magnificent builder. Let's be honest. You're a fantastic builder. You're a great guy. Don't worry about whether it's good enough for a show. Just take it. Just take it. Honestly. Take your work. Let other people see it. Share it with the rest of the world. I think you're good. But if you are specifically looking for awards and to win and to specifically to compete, just cover your basics. Do the best model build that you can. And again, don't worry about it. Just take it. That's going to be a wrap, guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry about that. And I'll catch you guys on the next video.